Hello Bookaholics, welcome back to my channel. This is Angela, your own Bookaholic Brownem. Today I'm coming to you with a not so bookish video. I want to talk about what's there on my accent wall. So what you see here behind me is my accent wall, which is turquoise in color, and the rest of the walls are light cream. Usually I do home improvement projects during April-May months or May-June. So last year we got our home painted and I selected turquoise for my reading room, study room, and then I selected some posters and pictures that talk to me. So that's what you can see on my accent wall currently. Obviously they are going to expand. There will be a lot more pictures in the future as and when I find interesting ones. So this is how it currently looks like. To talk to you about what each of those pictures stand for and why they are up on the wall. So without further ado, let's get into it. So this chair that you see that I bought on Flipkart, it was around it was 15,000 or something, but I got it for a deal of 12,000. It's super comfortable and super cozy, and I use it all the time for my reading. Actually, I love to lie down and read. Most of my reading is done when I'm lying down. But since this chair has come into my life, that has changed a little bit. I do use this chair a lot for my reading rather than my bed. I wanted a cozy nook, where I can sit and read book, and this is what it is currently, and I'm quite happy with it. So the first picture on the wall that I want to talk about is this, and this is up there because of course it's Paris and I love Paris. If you have been watching my video, you know how much I love Paris. I've been there only once and it took my breath away. Now that is a city that I want to visit again and again if I can. And this was a nice, very again cozy looking picture of Paris. Not picture actually, it's painting I think, and I really liked the color accents in this picture, so that's why it's there. So I wanted something of Paris there, and most of the pictures that I looked up online or the posters that are available, they didn't speak to me, and I wanted a picture of Paris in the night with the Eiffel Tower in the background, but none of them, the pictures were not that great that were available. So that's why I chose a painting, and this painting is really cool. I think it's very nice. I love the color combinations. So that is Midnight in Paris. That's what I call that painting, Midnight in Paris, because Midnight in Paris is one of my favorite movie. So yeah, now I feel like watching it. Today is Saturday and maybe I might tug myself into bed and watch that movie again, like for the trillionth time. Next up on the wall is this one. So I am following a plant-based diet. Actually, I'm a vegan. I chose veganism because if we can lead a very successful, fulfilling, and swag lifestyle by minimizing the suffering of other animals on this planet, then why not? So I think veganism is one of the best ways to do that. And being in India, I am not missing out on anything because generally most of the food that we get here is anyways vegan, non-intentionally. Like for example, think about our breakfast items like idli, sambar, dosa, chutney, kadala, puttu, poha, upma, paratha, then chapati and any curry, puliyogare, bisibele bath, and appam, idiyappam, uttappam, and dosa itself is like there are so many varieties of dosa. We have these carts with 99 variety dosas, right? Like 99 varieties of dosas available. So yeah, so I think that I'm not missing out on anything. Even in Kerala, we have appam, different varieties of appam. Velle appam, kallappam, and this plate appam. I don't know how it is called. My mom used to make that for Easter. So all these we get. So why not? And obviously, one thing that I cannot live without, because I'm coming from Kerala, is fish. Kerala is a coastal region in India, and the fish is a staple. That's the only thing I think which I still crave for as a vegan. And most Keralites, love and die for kappa and fish curry. So kappa is basically tapioca and cassava, which we boil and then we mix with the spice mix of coconut and green chili and small onions like shallots and curry leaves. So it's yummy. Oh my god, my mouth is already watering. So because I'm a vegan now, I make the fish curry without the fish, and I call it fishless curry. And I add a little bit of seaweed, and then it gives that flavor of the sea and the ocean. So it's very fishy smell that you get. So I add a little bit of seaweed, and then I cook it, and then I have it with the kappa, and oh my god. So there you go. You can always find solutions, right, to problems if you really think about it. I hope I didn't bore you with my vegan propagandist rant here, but that's what this poster is about. Next one, quick one, very self-explanatory, because this is my office and my workspace and my study room, and I thought this is a nice way to show my power. It's a very simple, self-explanatory poster. I really like it. It exudes power. Now, this one is one of my favorite things on the wall currently. This is a quote by William Morris. So William Morris was a British textile designer, poet, artist, novelist, and architectural conservationist, and a translator and social activist. And I think this quote is a part of his book or a speech that he had given in Hampstead, and which is titled Useful Work versus Useless Toil. And I need to read that. I have to admit I haven't read it. This poster actually I found in one of Andy Smith's video. I think it is his review of the House of the Cerulean Sea, and it was hung in the background, and I was really, really impressed by the quote, and I went and searched it and did a little bit of research on William Morris, and I thought that this should go up on my wall. A small change that I want to bring in here would be to add a word after class robbery, and that would be castes discrimination, because that also is very essential, especially in Indian society, for anybody to achieve what they set forth to do. So this is an amazing quote. I really liked it. And this tapestry that you see, this is the picture of the actual tapestry, I think, and he used to make amazing, beautiful wall paintings and tapestry. So this is his artwork, and a brilliant piece of art and also quote. So I definitely wanted this up on my wall. Next one is a cute, simple, beautiful, again cozy, I'm going to overuse this word, I think, looking painting. I really liked it. It is so nice. It gives us such a nice cool vibe, so that's why I wanted it up there. And yeah, that's it. I really like it. It's, I don't know, there is something in that picture that pulled me towards it, and that's why it's up there. Next up on the wall is this one, which is one of my favorites again. This is goddess Lakshmi. She is the goddess of wealth and prosperity. Now this picture is part of a photography project by photographer Mr. Sundar from South India, and he named this project Dark is Divine. And the background is this. So Indians generally are dark skinned when compared to Europeans, and generally a lot of us are fair skinned as well, but most of us, a majority of Indians, are dark skinned. But ironically, this is a country which is obsessed with fair skin, and the roots of it definitely lies with the caste system, because in the caste system, if you see, it is a very pyramidical, hierarchical system of dividing the society by the station of your birth. Yeah, so if you're born into a lower caste, then you're obviously lower caste, and then higher up you go, the better and the purer you are considered. That is a very crude explanation of the caste system. We all have, as Indians, grown up, especially if you're a girl, you would have been, told that, you are dark, so, you might not get a good husband, so you have to take care of your skin. You apply turmeric and milk mixture on your face and go to sleep, and in the morning you wash off and look yourself in the mirror whether to see if you've become fairer. you know all these tidbits and helpful tips that your aunts and your well-wishing neighbors give you. Even mothers, they'll say, don't go out and play in the sun, you will become dark, who will marry you? So all these kind of discrimination, if you're a dark skinned person, you would have faced from your classmates, from your teachers, from your neighbors, from your relatives, from your family members, from everybody and anybody in the Indian society. So from birth, if you're a dark skin, you would have faced some kind of discrimination or the other. Yeah. So contrast this way to the depiction of Indian gods and goddesses from the Hindu mythology, from the Hindu pantheon. You will see most of them are depicted as fair skinned, like, super fair. They are all like almost fair to the extent of mistaken as Europeans. And that is what Mr. Sundar wanted to change here. He wanted to depict Indian gods as Indian looking, dark skin, and dark skin is divine, it is beautiful. But there are many pictures in this series, and this is my favorite. I picked Goddess Lakshmi. The name of the model is Shruti Periyaswamy, I think, and she is so gorgeous, isn't she? So yeah, I definitely wanted something up from that project there, and I selected Goddess Lakshmi. And next one is this, which is again self-explanatory. I don't want to be a bookworm. I want to be a book dragon. I want to devour all those vulnerable but juicy, delicious books out there with my fiery hunger for stories. I went a bit overboard with my dramatic explanation of this poster, but yeah, this is a good, nice one, right? I like it. Whoever made it, good job. Next is, I am kind of if you ask me which is my favorite fantasy book of all time, that would be the Malazan Book of the Fallen series. I haven't finished the book. I am still in book number 3, but I am obsessed with that series. I've been reading materials about Malazan. I've been talking to people who love Malazan and all these things, even though I'm not progressing much with the books as such, but I'm so enamored by the world and also by Stephen Erickson's writing style. I'm just super obsessed. And also I really loved this poster. That's from Malazan. So those were the ones around the main picture. Now the main picture is this. These are 3 men, 3 people, 3 humans whom I extremely hold high respect for. The first one in this picture is Mahatma Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Now, if you guys don't know who is Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, let me give you a small introduction. Now, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, who is most famously always, recognized and rightly so as the chairman of the drafting committee of the Constitution of India. He is mostly responsible for our Constitution for being the way it is. The Constitution of India declares India a sovereign, socialist, secular, and democratic republic. It assures its citizens justice, equality, and liberty, and endeavors to promote fraternity. This is the preamble of the Indian Constitution, and Dr. B.R. Ambedkar is one of the most important person responsible for the drafting of this Constitution. But my respect for him is mainly because of the work that he did towards the social upliftment of the untouchables of India and the fight he made against the Indian caste system. There is no stronger warrior of the untouchables or the oppressed castes of India than Mahatma Ambedkar, except for his some minor references during Republic Day, where the Constitution is remembered in India as the drafting committee chairman. He is never praised or talked about by the mainstream for his work, struggle and fight against the Indian caste system. Now that's because the Indian socio-political mainstream arena is dominated by the upper caste. Because of that, he and his work related to caste system is always snubbed and ignored. I wouldn't be here, I wouldn't be what I am if not for Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, and that's why I wanted to have Mahatma Ambedkar on my wall. In fact, most people equate him with the Martin Luther King Jr. And compare his fight against racism. That's how important a historical figure Mahatma Ambedkar is, and I wanted to take so much time because he is such a prominent figure in history, and you should all know about him. Second person in this picture is Periyar Ramaswamy, also called Tande Periyar. Now, Periyar is also a prominent figure in the Indian politics. He started the self-respect movement and the Dravidian movement in India. So Dravidians are the non-Brahminical South Indians. He initially was a member of the Indian National Congress, but he resigned because he thought that the Congress was full of Brahmins and they only were interested in their own upliftment and their own betterment, and they didn't care about the rest of the Indians or non-Brahmins, and that's why he resigned from the Indian National Congress, and then he started fighting against the casteism in India. Periyar Ramaswamy, he promoted the principles of rationalism, self-respect, women's rights and eradication of caste. He opposed the exploitation and marginalization of the non-Brahmin Dravidian people of South India and the imposition of what he considered Indo-Aryan India. His real name was Erode Venkata Ramaswamy, but people call him Periyar because it means the respected one or elder person in Tamil. So that's why he is called Periyar. I wanted him also up there. And then the third person you obviously know, which is Karl Marx, and all these three together represent what I believe in terms of social equality and eradication of discrimination. So that's why these three important figures from history are there up on my wall. So that was a quick tour and explanation of what my accent wall is and what each picture means to me. So I hope you enjoyed this, guys. Definitely let me know your thoughts on these below. I would be quite interested to see. Thanks for watching, guys. Until next time, this is Angela signing off. Bye.